Due to a family emergency, tonight's show will be a rewind. Welcome to the Jeff and Dan Show Rewind at jeffanddan.com and now on Spreaker.com/Jeff and Dan.
And welcome to the 43rd Annual Westminster Feline Club here in lovely Temperanceville, Pennsylvania. I'm here with Dan Stoner, my fellow announcer, and I'm Jeff Hittebud. And I'm excited, Dan.
I am too, Jeff. My nipples are hard enough to cut diamonds.
Yeah, certainly an exciting round so far as we take a closer look at the working breed of cat.
And with past years, there are no qualifying cats as they're all pretty lazy beasts.
Okay, so we move on to the next class, the insolent class of kitties, which promises to provide many varieties.
That's right, Jeff. A whole host of assholes. Let's take a look.
Ah, yes. Here we have the Gray Point. This year it's a male that goes by Phoenix.
He looks like a hard ass.
He certainly does. Just look at him attacking his trainer.
Wow, someone get that guy an ambulance.
Hell yes. Oh, look at those claws go. I don't think I've ever seen a smug suit ripped to shreds so quickly, have you?
Well, certainly not since Egyptian cat mauling of 2006. Just look at him go.
Well, several other trainers have stepped in and yes, they're getting their comeuppance as well. Oh, nasty uppercut from Phoenix. The trainers are attempting a tail grab.
And it looks like, yeah, that's definitely failed tail grab right there. I don't think he's going to get those claws out of his eyes for some time.
And they finally have it straightened out. Phoenix is now gone from the floor, as well as the stretchers of the trainers. Say, okay, and it looks like we're getting ready to go to commercial. We'll be right back after a brief word from our sponsors. Do you suffer from unsightly back hair? Do you find cute women on the beach who point and giggle when you take off your shirt? Does your wife find you less attractive? Do you sometimes stick to the loop side of Velcro? Then come to Hadley Hair Removal Studios. We have the best laser treatment around and can help you feel superior again.
Go make me a sandwich, babe.
That's Hadley Hair Removal Studios, 817 York Street, Hanover, PA. Visit us online at Hadley Hair Removal Studios, Hanover, PA, no the other HanoverPA.com, or 888 Back Hair Off. And we're back, and they finally have it straightened out. Phoenix is now gone from the floor, as well as the stretchers of the trainers.
I don't think I've ever seen so much gauze before, Jeff.
Right you are. Okay, so now we're on to the next class, the sedation class.
You know, some of the boldest winners from years past have belonged to this class. Remember the winner of 1996, George, and his antics? Or lack thereof?
You bet. Our first competitor tonight is a Maine Coon from Lansing, Georgia. Curious.
He doesn't look curious at all, Jeff. Just lazy.
Right you are. Look at he just sleeps. Oh wait, he's taking a moment to lick his balls.
Boy, I wish I could do that.
Dunno. You might want to ask him if it's alright first, though.
Ha ha ha, Jeff, that's pretty funny. As lazy as he is, I don't think he'd even mind.
Oh, our next entrant, an orange tabby named Pussy, is a female from Fartnock, Kentucky.
What an appropriate name, Fartnock.
You bet. It looks like Pussy will be all over the place.
Yep, I had it on my face earlier when she rubbed up on me during the official check-in.
Not the first time for that, huh? Pussy on your face?
Not at all, Jeff. Not at all. Seems to be a problem for me.
And what exactly does the wife think? Oh, wait a minute, we don't have enough time. We'll be right back after this commercial interruption.
That's the signal for you to turn the page. Ready? Listen.
Happy 420 day, by the way.
Well, thank you. Happy 420 day to you, too.
Did you celebrate?
I did, but not at the proper time.
Oh, shit.
I had an early anniversary party at early this morning, and I had one. I went home. I just thought that we weren't going to do a show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I went home and had one with the cat, and then I'll have one when I get home. So none of them are close to 420 time.
Damn it. It's all right. It's all special on the day. That's all it reminds. That's all we need.
That's the signal for you to turn the page. Ready? Listen.
So we get out there, get in the fucking car. She hops in the driver's side because she needs to practice in order to get her. She failed her driving test.
Oh.
She failed it last week. Oh, she was hot. She was like pissed off and like angry, but like crying about it and everything. She was upset, and I'm trying to talk to her and console her on the way home, and I'm just like, you know what?
Does she have a temper?
Yeah, she's got like a me temper, like this built up kind of I'm gonna do evil shit kind of, one of those things. Very much like me. It's crazy. Anyway, So she failed her driving test. So I'm like, well, we gotta get you practicing a little bit more. Blah, blah, blah. So we're backing up in the parking lot, and we run into Brett's car.
No way.
I hear this, and I'm just like, what the fuck was that? And and the car came to like this abrupt stop, and I'm like, and I looked over, and she goes,
shaking.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just shaking back and forth, and I'm like, she's like, I don't know. She goes, I think I hit Brett's car, and I'm like, you did not fucking hit Brett's car. You did fucking hit Brett's car. So I said, pull up. So she pulls up a little bit. I got out and I looked, and there's this fucking dent in Brett's door. And I'm like, motherfucker, man. I'm like, I was like, yeah, you hit Brett's car. So I, of course, immediately I'm just like, I'm doing one of the dad things that is always like the first fucking anybody does this that's older guy. Rubbing it, seeing if you can get it down a little bit, and trying to clean it up a little bit, and making sure it doesn't look too bad. And you're like, I get it, fucking, and it's a little ripple dent. It's not one that's like crimpled or, you know what I mean, like where it's like it's damaged the metal. It's just a little push in.
Push in,
basically it, yeah. But it's got a little ridge to it, and it's not really bad. It's fucking barely noticeable. Really, honestly, it is. Of course, I made it look that way, but still. But yeah, I get to the, I get back in the car and I'm just like, so I didn't say a fucking word to her the whole way to work. I was really, really kind of pissed off, and I'm just like, you know what, this is bullshit. I was like, you fucking got into an accident in my driveway. How the fuck do you do that? And she started throwing excuses at me, like right away. She's like, well, there's not enough room to turn around in here, and there's blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, dude, just shut the fuck up. You already wrecked a fucking car. What? You know what I mean? You know why she failed her driving test? She ran over a curb. Driver instructor told her to turn right, and there was a curve like peninsula. And she went, and the guy's like, well, do you know what that was? And he goes, what was that? And she goes, I don't know. That's just like, are you fucking shitting me?
Could have been body. I don't know.
Exactly. I would have just looked at him and like, pedestrian, no worries. Kept driving. Yeah.
That's the signal for you to turn the page. Ready? Listen.
Oh, medical marijuana was legalized in Pennsylvania.
Medical marijuana was legalized in Pennsylvania.
But did you read about it?
Well, you have to be medically something wrong with you to get it.
Yeah, there's only 17 conditions that could possibly be. I am one of those conditions, by the way. But did you ever read the rest of that, though? Can't be smokable marijuana.
Oh, yeah. You know, Pennsylvania.
I know. That's what I said.
Pennsylvania. Look. It's going to be legalized all across the nation for recreation here. And
within the next decade, I'd say.
Within the next decade.
Yeah.
And number two, even though you did make a medical marijuana law, don't forget the next president supersedes that. If he wants to, he'd come down and arrest all your cancer patients.
Shut it all down. Yeah, exactly.
So it's good, but it's not. It's good in the fact that there just may be some patients that get some relief. It's good that we just cracked that door open a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's bad that it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. They gotta control it just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's the really weird part to me, because they had every possible way of being able to get high without getting high. I mean, without, literally just smoking it, It's like, oh, we'll give it to you in oil form, we'll give it to you in pill form, we'll give it to you in, hell, you can snort it if you want, and I'm just like, but you can't fucking smoke it. That's just stupid. I don't know. I started watching that show, Weedcation. I told you about it before, the one that was talking about weed etiquette.
Yes.
I started watching a little bit more of that, and I actually approve of that show. That's a pretty good show. He's on there, and it's like a documentary, and it's him going around to different locations where weed's legal, and him like getting high off different strains and meeting gurus and stuff, and people who grow like the primo shit, and people who grow like just the industrial versions. And yeah, it was a good show. It's a good show. It sort of explains that, you know, I mean, we're finding out so much more about marijuana now. It's becoming open. And it's incredible. Like, they're saying that marijuana can actually stop and inhibit lots of forms of cancer.
I've asked that to my brother.
Yeah.
I asked that to my brother. And my question was, have you ever heard of a pothead getting cancer? And he said, no. And his son is a nurse. So my nephew is a nurse. And those two are very close. And although Donnie Jr. doesn't smoke weed that often, he's still always feeding his dad information. And Donnie started telling me that Donnie Jr. was telling him that there was something with, they were finding out something with marijuana, that it's, I can't remember the word he used, but for lack of a better word, keeping it at bay.
Yeah.
Keeping the cancer at bay.
Right. Yeah. It's not
the
necessarily...
gene's still there.
Yeah. It's not necessarily that. It's not triggering the cancer cells. It's not triggering things to happen that would cause cancer in your body. That's basically what they're saying. They're saying it's like it's limiting the receptors that would cause cancer to just take off. And a lot of potheads just don't fucking get cancer. If they do, it's because of something else that they have done environmentally.
It's an environmental, like swallowing gasoline.
Yeah, or like inhaling asbestos. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things are going to get you cancer no matter what you do. Even if you get high, it's still going to fucking happen because it's environmental. But if it's genetic, or if it's something that was ingrained in your system from when you were born or whatever, then yeah, it really does prevent it. And even those people that have cancers are starting to show that certain types of medical marijuana are actually helping to reduce symptoms from people who getting nauseous all the time, or well, that's usually a lot of times people that are on chemo, but still there's people that do get cancers that do get like nauseous and you know, corrupt feeling in their system. And they're saying that the medical marijuana helps that. See, that's the thing, man. I just don't... There's not enough... Okay, you know, there used to be a thing going around when we were talking about weed way back when it was like, nobody has ever been caught fucking... Nobody has ever gotten into a car accident stoned. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. That's not actually true. There's people that do get stoned and do get in car accidents, but it's usually one person vehicular car accidents. Like, I didn't know that tree was there, you know, and they fucking end up hitting the tree. That's not what we're counting. We're counting like drunk driving accidents where you injure somebody else. But there are those accidents that do happen, but it is way less than fucking drinking and driving. Way less.
Well, dude. Running out of time, but we could talk for hours about this subject alone. But show me where. Okay. Weed in one hand, side of the scales, beer in the other. Beer is going to make you do way worse things. Going to give you way more health problems.
Yeah.
Going to make you act way more stupid.
Right.
Gonna do this, that, and the other thing.
Right.
And it's just really tipping the scales.
Yeah.
Marijuana is really high right now. Okay, so we tried prohibition.
Right.
And within 5 years?
Yeah. So then, yeah.
Within 5 years, the people pushed them back.
Yeah. That was all social engineering, though. They did that on purpose. There was a group that did that.
But it didn't work.
No, it didn't
work.
As a matter of fact, they went defunct.
Now, why isn't weed, which is a way lesser drug than tobacco or alcohol, it is the most minor drug, the only drug that it isn't less minor than is caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll ban that and, you know, just go crazy with it and come up with stories about marijuana orgies.